What's up, guys? It is Xander here, back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about resume creation. So in my professional life, I see thousands of resumes a year, some very good, some very bad, and some just outright awful. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through and give you guys some tips on resume creation. Some of the things that impress me, some of the things that I look for when I go through resumes to decide whether I'm going to interview someone or not. It's, a big part of going for a job. You want to make sure you get that resume in there that looks pretty good, and then you want to make sure that you are a great interviewer. So I also have posted a video about interview tips. If you guys have not seen that, I linked that in the video as well. Also, it's in the description down below. Make sure you guys like and share this video if I help you guys out, and then hit that notification bell so that way when I post, you guys are notified. So with that being said, let's dive right into some good resume creation tips. Okay, so diving right in. The first thing I can say about a resume, your resume is basically your advertisement for yourself. You're essentially selling yourself, but in a professional way. So the average interviewer looks at a resume for like 12 seconds. So you want to make sure that you get all of the important information in that resume and that they see it within that 12 seconds. So you want to have as much information in it as needed, but in the shortest amount possible. What I mean by that is you want to make sure that you put all your pertinent skills and stuff in there, but you don't put anything unnecessary in there. I can't tell you how many resumes I look at where I see where the person went to college, where they went to high school, sometimes even their elementary school. Those things are absolutely not necessary. If you have some type of degree or certification, I would absolutely put those on there, but there is no need to put where you went to high school on a resume unless it's like for your first job, just so that they know you've secured some type of degree or diploma, something like that. Another tip that I want to give you guys about your resumes is you want to use keywords and tailor your resume to the job that you're applying for. I don't believe you can submit a one-size-fits-all resume. I don't think that that's a thing. I think most people have a lot of different skill sets or things that they're very good at. So you want to make sure that you tailor your resume to whatever field that you're going into. If I'm applying for a food service job, I would not use the same resume for that job as I would a merchandising job or a warehouse job. So you want to make sure that when you're creating a resume, you find keywords like communication, problem solving, and things like that, those kinds of words that fit the job that you're going for, so that way you increase your chances of getting chosen for said job. In addition to that, that's not to say that you can't use previous experience or prior experience to go into a new job path. So for example, if you do have a food service job, or if you've had one and you're going into a warehousing industry or something like that, you'll find that even in a food service job or even in whatever type of field, typically you get the skill set, or you gain some of those skills that can be applied to another job. So for example, if I said I worked at McDonald's in the past and I'm going for a warehouse job or even a supervisor role of some sort, what skills or what things did you have to do in that job that could apply? So, meeting customer needs, problem solving, making sure that, things got done in a timely manner, meeting goals. So you want to look at the jobs that you've had, and 9 times out of 10, you'll find that some of those things that you did could also fit into whatever role that you're going for. So even if you have experience in one job field and you're trying to go into another one, you want to make sure that you write out all of the skills or all the things that you did at that job and see what you can kind of tailor to fit in this new area that you're trying to get into. Also, when you're creating your resume, you want to use power words. What do I mean by power words? Words like achieved, completed, resolved, owned. These words tell your interviewer that you are a person of action, that you get things done, that you deliver results. Those kind of words tell your interviewer that you are a person of action, that you're biased for action, as Amazon says. You want to make sure that you are letting your interviewer know that you deliver results, that you get things done. Whatever job you're going into in whatever field, they're going to want someone who delivers results. They're hiring you for a reason. So using power words all throughout your resume will kind of help sell yourself as someone who gets things done. Another tip, proofread. I cannot tell you how many times I come across resumes that have all types of typos. Depending on your interviewer, this could make or break you, to be honest. I mean, human error happens. It is a thing. But if I go through a resume and I see 2 or 3 mistakes in one resume, that tells me that you're not paying attention. That tells me that you're not reading over your work, and that tells me that if I do hire you, I'm probably going to have to make sure that you are doing what's asked of you. So just make sure that you read over your resume, and then that leads me into my next tip. have a friend look it over. So what I do typically, if I'm ever hunting for a job or looking for a different type of job, when I create a resume, I have a board of directors. So basically just my friends that kind of give me advice. I pass my resume through to them and kind of see, gauge their thoughts just to figure out if there's something I should take out or add in. So there's nothing wrong with asking someone to look over your resume for you. Collaboration is great. So make sure that you guys are reaching out to people if you have them to go over your resumes with you. Another thing, research. If you're going for a specific job with the company that you've always wanted to work for, something like that, research is key. There are websites like Glassdoor and things out there where you can go and do some research about those jobs to kind of see how people's interviews went, what kind of resumes got them in the door, those types of things. So if you're going for a company that you've always wanted to work for, I know, for example, like Apple is a really difficult company to get into sometimes. Look up information, research what people did that got the job so that way you can kind of get some bonus points and get in there easier. Creating a resume when you either haven't had a job in a while or you're just now breaking into the workforce. I will say this, everybody has skills. So even in your daily life, if you're not working, for example, mothers who, may have taken some time off to raise their kids and things like that and trying to jump back into the workforce, or teenagers who, are fresh out of high school trying to find a job, you have skills. Highlight those skills, put those skills on your resume. I will tell you that in my line of work, there are times where I hire people, that haven't had jobs for a while or who are fresh out of high school. What I like to see is list out the skills, a list of, I did this, so I'm a good communicator. Or I did this, so I'm a good problem solver. Interviewers love to see skills. We love to see you try. So even if you haven't had a job for a while, even just a simple resume with a list of your daily responsibilities and how they correlate to the skills that you developed, that will go a long way. You can get a job without having prior experience. It is possible. Just think about the skills that you have, and like I said, collaborate with people and they'll kind of help you come up with some good things. There are also a bunch of templates out there for people who don't have much job experience. All right, guys, so those are my tips on creating a good resume. You guys may have some good tips or questions about resumes. Leave those down in the comments below. And if you have some good tips for me to do in another video, please comment down below with some of the things that have worked for you. Like I said, this is just a way for me to share the knowledge. This is not some end-all be-all guide. This is just some things that I've learned along the way, and some of the information that I give to people that I'm helping out when they're trying to look for jobs and things like that. So like I said, if you know someone who needs help creating a resume, like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit that notification bell down below. This is Xander Ascends, and I am signing off.